This is the story of the group of police in Philippines named SAF. It happened last January 25, 2015 when the SAF go to mission and try to catch the terrorist Marwan and his group. Due to lack of communication, 44 SAF was died in the hand of the terrorist group. But there is one survivor and his name is Christopher Lawlin. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you like this kind of story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. It was the 16 longest hours in the life of Special Action Force Commando SPO4 Christopher Lawlin, one of the few who survived the bloody encounter with Muslim rebels in Maguindanao last month. Christopher was part of the SAF team on a mission to capture one of the world's most wanted terrorists hiding in a remote village in Mamasapano. The operation went haywire when they figured in separate clashes with the separatist Moro Islamic freedom fighters in the Moro Islamic Liberation in the early hours of January 25. A total of 44 SAF police commandos were killed and several others wounded. Several civilians and Muslim rebels were also killed in the firefight, including Malaysian bomber Zulkifli Abdhir, alias Marwan. The other target of the mission, Basit Usman, escaped. Although they have neutralized Marwan, the SAF policemen came under attack from different directions. Christopher was part of the SAF team composed of 41 commandos that assaulted Marwan and Usman's hideout in Barangay Pidzindawan. Out of the 41, 8 were killed and the rest wounded in the initial attack. Christopher and his surviving colleagues were pinned down by automatic gunfire from the rebels, unable to escape. In nearby Barangay Tukanalipao, the rebels killed 35 out of 36 SAF commandos tasked as a blocking force to help the assault team. They radioed for help and waited for rescue for several hours. He gave his statement before the Cotabato police on January 27, 2 days after the carnage. He and his comrades were taken to the hospital for treatment and debriefing after the incident. He recalled their group, stationed in their base in Sultan Kudarat, left for their mission at around 8 p.m. on January 24. When they reached their rendezvous area in Mamasapano, they divided themselves into 4 teams with Superintendent Raymond Train as the overall ground commander of the police operation. After a long walk and crossing the river, we arrived at our target at around 4 a.m., 2 hours behind from the given time due to the terrain and high tide. We converged then to the objective rallying point before executing a final launch to our target. After a few minutes, they proceeded with the plan for him and 2 snipers with AM-240 gunner. He said 2 teams would do the actual assault while another team would attack the sentries. Gunfire started from the 2 teams attacking Marwan's house while he and his colleagues helped in attacking the sentries. A few minutes after the exchange of gunfire, they returned to their designated converging area and waited for the assault team to catch up. There it was confirmed to us by Train that they have successfully neutralized our target. I also noticed that one member of the Team 1, PO2 Lozano, was wounded, he said. Team decided to withdraw from the area. He said they crossed the river in the area to link up with the 55th Special Action Company and the rest of the blocking force stationed in Barangay Tukanalipao. According to Christopher, Train made several calls for support and reinforcements even before the attack came. While on our way withdrawing more or less 1 kilometer, we noticed a small number of houses. Upon checking, it appears to be a small camp detachment of BIFF, armed group, he recalled. We then stopped to take cover for an hour and rest. But at 8 a.m., Christopher said their team decided to change their original exit plan to evade the BIFF. After 2 hours of walking, they rested. It was then that a young boy spotted them and alerted the BIFF rebels in the area. After a few seconds, firing commenced from the BIFF targeting us. Firefight lasted for almost 2 hours, and after which one of our comrades was hit at the elbow. Identifying the wounded as PO1 Yaumaldan Renata, Train again made a frantic call through a cellular phone to the command post for immediate reinforcement. "We're already surrounded by the enemies," Christopher said. "Many times I heard our ground commander frantically called for support and reinforcement through his cellular phone, beginning from our extracting point and up to the time that we were surrounded and attacked by the enemy," he said. At noon, they decided to hold the line and remain in position since they were already tired from carrying their wounded and from the long walk. Here is the news clip for the story.
21 gunshots echo inside the Special Action Force compound Monday morning as a salute to the 44 police who died 6 years ago in Mamasapano, Maguindanao. A mission to neutralize known terrorists in the area. Bomb makers Zulkifli Abdhir alias Marwan and Basit Usman. The troopers killed Marwan but Usman managed to escape. As they were pulling out from the site, armed groups joined forces against the police commandos, a pintakasi which led to the bloodbath. Aside from the 44 SAF members, 23 civilians and rebels died in that whole-day firefight. 3 years ago, President Duterte conferred Medals of Valor to the fallen troopers.
Some 44 may have fallen, but are never forgotten for the martyrdom they have willingly shed for this country and for our people.
Rosel Nasino, widow of one of the fallen, PO2 Nikki Nasino, will never forget.
Sobra akong nataranta at ninervyos kasi habang magkausap kami, naririnig ko ang putukan. My son, who is 6 years old now, what he knows about his tatay is through Nikki's picture and the stories of his tatay's bravery.
Nasino's son Nathan may have not personally known his father, but he wants to be like him, a policeman. And Nasino says they rely on the benefits meant for Medal of Valor awardees, like free education for the children.
Yun po kasing ibang school, hindi po tinatanggap. Sana po bumuo ang PNP ng parang organization na siyang mag-aasikaso ng scholarship grant dun sa Medal of Valor awardee.
And we will try to know about it, and we will give our assistance kung paano ma-solve yung mga sinasabi nila mga concerns.
6 years since the bloody incident, families of the fallen troopers still seek for justice. At this point, they say no one is held liable for their death. The Sandigan Bayan already dismissed the charges filed against former President Noynoy Aquino, former PNP Chief Alan Purisima, and former SAF Chief Getulio Napeñas in relation to the Mamasapano bloodbath. George Cahiles, CNN Philippines.